there, fellow viewers. Today we have an intriguing topic to discuss, the Chinese economy. You might have heard the buzz around how China's economy is in trouble. So I am here to shed some light on what's going on. Let's dive right in. To understand the current situation, we must first look at China's economic growth over the past few decades. For years, China's economy has been rapidly expanding, becoming the world's second largest economy. Their economic growth was nothing short of an astonishing double-digit GDP growth year after year. However, the recent numbers tell a different story. The Chinese economy is facing significant challenges due to a combination of factors. First one is a decline in exports. One of the major struggles is a decline in export. China has been heavily reliant on exports for economic growth, but as the global demand has weakened, their export figures have fallen. In May, Chinese exports were down 7.5% year over year. This decline in exports is hurting Chinese businesses, which are struggling to maintain their profit margins. The trade war with the United States and other countries have contributed to this decline, further intensifying the situation. Demand for Chinese goods has declined due to rising global prices, the danger of recession elsewhere, and geopolitical tensions with the United States. Increase in production cost. Additionally, China's manufacturing sector has been impacted by rising costs. That is another reason. Over the years, wages have been increasing in China, reducing their competitiveness in the global market. Globalization and China's growing foreign investment have contributed to salary increases. Global firms offer modern technology and management skills to Chinese facilities when they outsource production. It creates more productive, higher-paying jobs. China's wage growth is also driven by urbanization. The urban labor supply has tightened as more people move from rural areas to cities for better possibilities. Due to this demographic transition, wages have risen. As a result, many manufacturers have started to shift their production to other countries with a lower labor cost, such as Vietnam and Bangladesh. The another reason for this China's economic slowdown is the property crisis in China. Let's get started by understanding what exactly a property crisis means. In China, the term refers to the situation when there is an oversupply of housing combined with a decline in demand. This imbalance can lead to a domino effect, causing property prices to plummet and impacting the overall economy. One major factor is the rapid urbanization that China has experienced in recent years. The government, aiming to stimulate economic growth and alleviate poverty, encouraged the construction of a huge residential and commercial buildings throughout the country. However, this construction frenzy led to an excess supply of housing, far surpassing the actual demand. As a result, these properties remain unoccupied or unsold, creating what is commonly referred to as a ghost cities. Imagine rows and rows of empty buildings waiting for occupants that may never arrive. Another contributing factor to the real estate crisis in China is the strict regulations on home purchasing. The government implemented these measures to control speculative investments and prevent property bubbles. However, these restrictions, such as high down payments and limiting the number of properties one can own, have resulted in a decrease in demand, further exacerbating the crisis. In addition, the impact of an aging population cannot be ignored. With the rising number of elderly citizens and a fewer young people available to purchase homes, the demand for housing has significantly decreased. This demographic shift, combined with the oversupply, has left the Chinese real estate market facing a monumental challenge. So how does this crisis affect the average citizen? Well, declining property prices can have a ripple effect on the economy. Many individuals who may have invested their life savings into real estate are now facing the risk of a financial loss. This creates a hesitant consumer market and a potentially slow down economic growth. China's aging population, another problem. In 2022, China's population dropped for the first time in nearly 60 years. The percentage of people over 60 in China increased from 14.3% to 2.8% last year, and the country as a whole is rapidly aging as a result. Changing demographics played a crucial role. The one-child policy, which was implemented in China from 1979 to 2015, means that the working age population has shrunk, while the number of elderly citizens has significantly increased. This shows that the national pension scheme is going to have trouble in the near future. The Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, a government think tank in Beijing, warned in 2019 that the state pension pool could run out of money by 2035 because the number of people contributing to social security is going down. And with fewer working individuals to support the growing elderly population, the overall economic growth rate naturally slows down. The another factor, environmental concerns. In recent years, China has prioritized environmental sustainability, leading to stricter regulations and a shift towards cleaner energy sources. While this has resulted in temporary closures of certain industries and factories, these measures are essential for combating pollution and ensuring long-term ecological stability. And the major reason for this economic slowdown, debt levels. China's debt has slowed its economy. China's tremendous economic expansion in recent decades has contributed to its high debt levels. China went from a rural economy to a global manufacturing powerhouse, requiring significant infrastructural, manufacturing facility and urban development expenditures. China borrowed money for these ambitious initiatives. China borrowed heavily from domestic and foreign lenders to expand its economy. This allowed the government to loan state-owned firms and boost economic activity. Lending practices contribute to China's high debt levels. Chinese banks are financing extensively to support enterprises and economic stability. This has boosted economic activity but also corporate debt. Governments and corporations borrow to maintain strong growth rates. Debt worries reduce investment and spending. So, structural challenges, trade tensions, demographic issues, debt levels, and environmental concerns have collectively influenced the slow growth. However, it is important to recognize that economies are dynamic by nature. They undergo cycles of growth and contraction. So, thank you for joining me in exploring the challenges facing the Chinese economy. Remember, every setback is an opportunity for growth and transformation. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts. Until next time, stay informed and keep exploring the fascinating world around us. Keep watching OTT India.